Gentleman from New York reserves. Gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, here's the fact. This bill is unconstitutional. The Supreme Court made clear the Second Amendment protects firearms in common use. This bill has 8 pages of weapons, firearms that it bans, including 24 million firearms that American citizens, law-abiding American citizens, possess today. That is the fact. I yield 2 minutes to my good friend from Texas, Mr. Gohmert.
Mr. Gohmert is recognized for 2 minutes.
I thank my friend from Ohio. The previous assault weapons ban that was referenced by our speaker, I just want to make sure the record is actually correct. The FBI that kept the data had to admit, as sympathetic as they were to assault weapons ban, that actually it doesn't appear to have really made any difference. We want to talk about crime since then. We can talk about the big cities that have come under control of Democratic authority who have pushed for things like no bond. But John Adams had it exactly right. This Constitution is intended for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate for the governing of any other. So we're either going to have to get rid of all of our constitutional rights. We can't even allow freedom of assembly or speech, much less Second Amendment, if we're not going to teach moral right and wrong. And what are we finding? We're finding in our schools, of course, they're not teaching the Ten Commandments, and instead they're teaching to envy. Look around, covet, see who has something more than you, and you should envy and covet it. And just keep in mind, under the big city laws now, look, if you get violent, we'll give you no bond, we'll let you right back out. You want to know what would do more right now than banning AR-15s would be to ban Democrat thinking in the big cities that's allowing the crime rates to just explode. We've always had guns in America. That's why there is an America. But we never had a time like this when we were teaching our children everything but the moral imperatives. That's why this bill needs to go down, and we need to go after the causes of our violence. I yield back.
Gentleman's time.